Do you know have you heard of the Muppets? And they used to have like a little person singing. Do 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 do.
Pecha Kucha.
Do 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 do.
Pecha Kucha.
Do 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 do. Help them out.
Pecha Kucha is a Japanese word for chit-chat and is the name of a presentation format created in Japan in 2003 by Astrid Klein and Mark Dytham, two architects looking for a way people could share their work quickly and simply in public. Since then, the idea has spread to over 700 cities around the world. At every Pecha Kucha night, creative thinkers come together and share their ideas with only 20 images shown for 20 seconds each. Pecha Kucha, a fast, fun format. Find a location, join the conversation.
When was the last time you reached out and touched someone? And I mean actually touch someone. Let's take a moment to think about that. Perhaps, chances are, you were introduced to someone that you didn't know, and you simply shook their hand. Maybe you saw someone you haven't seen since graduate school, or maybe last year's convention, and you were like, oh my God! And you gave them the biggest hug you could possibly give to another human. Or you probably brushed someone as you parted yourself and made your way to your seat. But when was the last time you touched someone? Did you know that with something as simple as a touch, you can boost someone's confidence, improve their mood, and increase their chances of success? Research shows that we have an innate ability to communicate with touch. And in 2006, a pioneering study out of DePaul University found that we can communicate 8 distinct emotions: anger, fear, happiness, sadness, disgust, love, gratitude, and sympathy. And more recent developments have discovered that we can communicate far more than just these 8. Now, by embracing this sense, not only do we create more positive interactions, but it also allows us to create deeper, much, much deeper connections. What's even more fascinating about this is that as the person on the receiving end, we can interpret these emotions at an accuracy of up to 70%. Now, of course, the context of our environment is going to influence how we interpret that. But I'm no research genius, and I'm not really that good at math. But I think 70% is pretty flippin' accurate. Some folks might agree. And oftentimes, I honestly believe that we forget how powerful the subtlety of touch can be. Ever been online at a store, saw a toddler looking around? All of a sudden, they lock eyes with you. And you watch as their face shows a little bit of concern, and they reach toward their parent with one hand. Parent quietly grasps it, squeezes, and holds on for reassurance. That's powerful because there's so much in just that small interaction of the child reaching for that hand and the parent holding on to it. Not only does it communicate reassurance, but it can also boost confidence and enhance trust. Let's say we take a basketball team, for example. Players do it all the time when a teammate scores a bucket, blocks a shot, grabs a rebound, gets a steal. They got to stay focused and in the game, and so they give each other a high five, a fist bump, a chest bump, or some form of physical contact. And research shows that NBA teams with higher winning records have higher instances of physical contact. Now, you might be asking, why the hell are you telling us this? Why do I care? And that's a great question. Because I believe that we can change the culture on our campuses, improve cooperation amongst our colleagues, and increase the chances of our students' success. All it takes is a simple touch. Do me a favor. Give me a nice big smile. Yeah, nice one. Yes. Hey, hi. Turn to the person next to you and give them a high five. It feels good, right? You feel appreciated. You feel awesome. That's the kind of effect that a simple touch can have. I personally like to call it a touch for success. The idea is to inspire one another and encourage each other to be great. And it affects the person on the receiving end just as much as the person on the initiating end, because you can't give one without getting one. And all over the world, people are giving out free hugs and high fives like samples at a food court. Here's a student, Stephen Fathala at Binghamton University, dedicated himself to this initiative and later formed a student group that would carry it out. I decided in the last year and a half to take this into the residential communities. Here's a picture of myself with one of the RAs. Twice a week for at least 30 minutes, we stood somewhere in our community and handed out free high fives. Students lit up with smiles, replenished their energy, and overall expressed feeling better about their day. Here's an image of me and one of my RAs, and we did this as part of our one-on-ones. It gave students the spark for that morning or that extra surge for the afternoon. And it affected them just as much as it affected us, because the research shows that it affects anyone engaged in it. So imagine what this could do within an office, within a department, or on an entire campus. Imagine. Because I truly believe that there is an inexplicable magic that happens when we allow for ourselves to just simply reach out and touch someone. And so I challenge you all here, and it's definitely a challenge by choice, but as you travel throughout the remainder of the conference, as you head back to your home campuses, and as you go throughout life, if you see someone and you lock eyes, say, hey, what's up top, and allow for your hands to touch. Because our friends, our families, our colleagues, our students, and truthfully everyone could use a touch for success. Now, I only got a few moments left, so I need your help. I want this to be a movement. I need everyone to stand up, look at somebody, whether it's the person next to you, whether it's the person across the room, whether it's the person behind you, and I want you to reach out and touch them, all right? Let's go, everybody. Give somebody a touch for success.